What's up, everyone? Welcome into episode number 584, where it is my honor and privilege to welcome back on Battle Creek, Battlejack, Catcher, Brady, LaViolette. Thank you so much for joining again. Thank you for reaching out to be interested in coming back. Finally, I'm playing a little bit of Northwoods baseball. How are you doing, man?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing really well, actually. I'm enjoying it out here in Michigan, enjoying the Northwoods, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, no, I know we kind of talked a little bit about your excitement to play in the Northwoods. I know it's a little bit of a full circle moment because you kind of grew up watching the Northwoods. Obviously not Battle Creek, but I'm sure you might have watched Battle Creek a little bit. But how's things been going? Is it kind of like a little bit of like a full circle moment, kind of growing up watching and now being a part of it?
Yeah, no, it's actually really cool. It's been a blast, a lot more than I could have ever thought, to be honest with you. So like I actually had a moment the other day where I literally just stopped. When I ran out to the field, I just like stopped and looked around and kind of was like awestruck, like, oh, like, hey, this is kind of what I dreamed about, because watching the Rockers and the Bullfrogs and all
Yeah.
them in Green Bay. And then, like, just seeing all the kids, like, ask for autographs and everything, it's so cool because I remember when I was a kid that age looking up to these players, and I was like, "These kids are superheroes," so I'm knowing exactly what these kids are thinking, and so it's really hard for me to ever
Yeah.
wanna say no to someone asking for an autograph or someone asking for a picture, so it really is a full circle moment. It's one of the coolest experiences I've ever been able to have.
Did it kind of hit you the first time that was asked? Like, was that kind of the moment that hit you, or was it more of kind of like when you started your first game? That's when it kind of settled in, knowing like, hey, like I'm actually doing this.
Probably my first game. Like, actually, probably after my first game, to be honest
Okay.
with you. The first game, I was kinda, like, just, like, going through it, and then all of a sudden, I, like, told myself, take a moment, enjoy it, look around, smile, and then it kinda set in. We're like, "Yeah, no, like, I've made it, like, this is awesome."
Yeah. And it's probably a little easier doing that than maybe like your college season as well, because yeah, there's still like expectations. Like you still want to go to the playoffs, you still want to win, you still want to win the championship, you still want to win games. But at the end of the day, like it's about getting better. In the summer, and it's probably a little bit maybe more fun, and you might be able to take on a little bit more of like looking around than maybe what you were able to do at Murray State.
Yeah, I mean, you're just allowed to, like, have a little more freedom, like, you're allowed to make mistakes. I wanna say you're not allowed to make mistakes in college, but, like, the mistakes don't really cost you as much. Like, obviously, yeah, we wanna win, like, our goal is to win every game, win the
Yeah.
championship, but it's also about development, and it just allows you to have that breathing room and the enjoyability to just, kinda look around. Like, as a catcher, you play every other day here in Battle Creek, so for me, it's
Yeah.
like, alright, I get my game, and then I'm allowed to, kinda breathe a little bit, get to the stadium early the next day, get early work in, and then after I'm done with my getting all my work in, then I'm allowed to just kinda be free and just enjoy the day and
Yeah.
kinda look around and just, like, soak it all in.
Is that what you find most enjoyable about this, or is it more of like kind of like the professional feel? Because you're basically playing a game almost every single day. There's some off days here and there, but it's either you're traveling to a different city, traveling to a different state, or you're playing a home game like the next day. Like it's expected that you're going to be ready to go almost every single day.
Yeah, I love the competition here. I think the competition's phenomenal. People just roll out arms that are just 90, 90, 93, 95, 98. And it's just consistent. So there's really never an off night. And I love the professional feel. I think it's 70 games in
Yeah.
74 days or something like that. So it's crazy to me, but I enjoy the professional feel because I know we played it tonight in Kalamazoo, and then we have an off day tomorrow. Then we got two games again, and then another off day, and then we play a streak of like
Okay.
a month straight where there's no off days. So it's a grind. I mean, everyone knew that as
Yeah.
it when they signed up, like, it's a grind, but the feel of being professional is it's awesome. I love the grind. Everyone here loves the grind.
Is it a little bit harder though being a catcher? I know you obviously get some off days, like you don't play every single day, maybe like other position players might do. But is that a little bit harder being a catcher? Or is it more of like you kind of want to play every day, but then get an off day maybe a little bit down the road so you can recover a little bit?
I guess it's a mix of both. I mean, as obviously, the competitor in me always wants to play, right? I always wanna play,
Yeah.
but honestly, the day off, the day after is really nice because it allows you to play. And then if
Yeah.
you don't like how your swing is, or you don't like, your receiving or your blocking, it allows you to give you that day to be able to just hammer it in early work, hammer it during BP, hammer it during pregame, and it allows you to
Absolutely.
work on it. And in the summer, we're playing 70 games a summer. And I already came from a 50-game school season, so it gives
Yeah.
me the time to just recover a little bit. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to go home and, like, take weeks off, so the
Yeah.
day off every other day just gives me time to recover, heal, rest, get my lifting in, and all that stuff, and it just gives you kinda structure and the ability to get better without just playing any games.
Yeah, which is like the key thing when it comes to summer baseball is to get better, to continue to play because it's about like putting in the time. It's about putting in the efforts, continuing to play baseball because if you take a little bit of time off, like a lot of other sports, like you're going to lose that progress. You're going to lose kind of what happened throughout the season. I know at Murray State, obviously you mentioned you guys played 50 games. You guys had a great season. Obviously didn't end up the result that you guys wanted to. It did end up with an opportunity to go to the World Series. But how did things go? How did the season go? Just talk a little bit about your season at Murray State and kind of just how things ended.
Went really well. I think we finished 43-13. Regular season, Region 2 conference champs, which was awesome. Uh, Had an unfortunate kinda end to our season. We lost our first game in the conference tournament, then had to go through the losers bracket. We knocked off the 15th best team in the country and then the 19th best ranked team in the country. I hit a walk-off that game, which was awesome, it was really cool. And then, unfortunately, just didn't have the pitching to kinda win our tournament. So we were one of the 3 teams kinda fighting for an at-large bid. So in the junior college, there's 10, like, conference and district tournament winners that get in, and then 2
Okay.
at-large bids. So we were fighting for an at-large bid with East Central, Pearl River, and Southeastern Iowa, and unfortunately, we were the first team left out of those at-large bids, so we didn't get in, but the season went really well. We had a lot of guys move on to 4 years. So yeah, it was really cool, really great experience. Really, it was really good season for Murray State too. We haven't won a, conference championship in, like, since, like, 2014, so it was really cool to win that one for us.
Yeah, that had to be extremely meaningful, right? Like to do that, but then also to get a walk off as well. How fun was it to get that walk off in a must-win game for you guys to even have an opportunity to be one of the 3 teams that were in the conversation for a bid that obviously didn't end up going your guys' way?
It was one of the coolest experiences of my life, to be honest with you, one of the biggest swings of my life. I'd put it probably top 2.
Okay.
And no, I was just like, I like blacked out rounding the bases. Like, well, I hit
Okay.
it, knew the ball was gone, and then just blacked out rounding the bases, and then got to home plate. Teammates mobbed me, and then no, we had to go win another one, which we did. So and
Yeah.
then we forced a winner take all game, and obviously didn't really have the arms to compete with that one towards the end there. But no, it was one of the most surreal experiences of my entire life. Just the place went crazy, my teammates went crazy. It was just I don't know, I can't even describe it, put it into words.
Yeah, I think the whole part of you just black out kind of just demonstrates that a little bit, but that's just a moment that like you want to like remember for the rest of your life. But at that time, it's more of like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew off the bat that it was a homer. Kinda gave it a little bat flip, you know, like, see kinda put
You
a
have to,
exclama
right?
yeah, obviously put a little exclamation point on it, but, I
Yeah.
can't do too much. I'm not a huge flare guy, but, yeah, no, it was just I thank gosh we have video because if you would have asked me what it was like or what happened, I couldn't have told you. So, I mean, I watched the
Okay.
video quite a bit 'cause I mean, that was a really good swing. But no, I like, if I didn't have video, I could have never told you what happened, what pitch it was, anything, 'cause it was just I just blacked out.
I was going to ask, how many times do you think you've watched that video? Are we talking like single digits? Are we talking like hundreds of times? Are we talking thousands of times? Because if that's something that happened to me, like I'm going to be completely honest with you, I would probably be watching that all the time the next day, and I'm like, that's just such a cool moment.
I wouldn't say it's probably hundreds, but it's definitely double digits, probably
Okay,
north of 30, because I try and
okay,
emulate that swing quite a bit,
yeah.
like, in my BP rounds during the game, so I kinda just watch it to, like, see what I was feeling and everything, um, and then, yeah, obviously, I'll kinda cheat to the end and watch me around the bases and everything, but I like watching the swing, but yeah,
Okay.
not really proud to say it, but it's probably north of 50.
Yeah, but again, you're watching it more for the swing, like wanting to emulate that than the actual home run. But I'm sure probably again watching the rounding of bases is fun in itself as well.
Oh, yeah, no, it was awesome. I like the swing there, and then the rounding the bases thing was cool too, because I could just, like, see myself freaking out around the bases, see everyone freaking out, so, no, it's just a really cool moment, really cool opportunity that I got to have.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a great moment. Obviously, unfortunately, falling a little short. How did that kind of motivate you going into the Northwoods? How did that kind of put a chip on your shoulder to have a great summer, to really hopefully not have that feeling next year at Murray State?
Yeah, obviously, kind of stinks. Just the feeling kind of stinks. But we were on campus for another week and a half, waiting to see if we get that large bid. And we all just kind of had that feeling like, hey, we want to like prove something. We're kind of here to prove something. So
Yeah,
we kind of have prove it mentality right now going into next year. And then in the Northwoods, I'm coming here. I'm trying to develop. Right, I'm trying to get better because we're losing a lot of home runs. We're losing 3 guys that hit 20 plus homers. So
okay,
maybe even 4 guys. One might get drafted. So we're losing quite a bit of guys that hit a lot of homers, so I'm just trying to, be here and trying to improve and get myself to be one of those guys that can replace those guys that hit homers. And then when I get
yeah,
back to school, it'll be a seamless transition and then still have that taste in our mouth, still have that, hey, we need to win. Like I know how it felt to lose and be super close and I don't like it, Like
yeah,
I'm ready to win and I'm gonna be a leader and I'm gonna help the guys out. But yeah, no, it's just the chip is on my shoulder right now, especially being in Battle Creek too. A lot of junior college guys, so a lot of guys know that feeling, have that feeling, and so it's just gonna help us out that way.
absolutely. Is that nice, kind of being a part of a team that has a lot of JUCO guys that like understand kind of that feeling, but kind of understand the grind that you guys had to go through JUCO college? So it's kind of like a little bit, I don't want to say of a seamless transition to the Northwood League, but like you kind of understand a little bit of like the grind that it takes to play Northwood baseball at the JUCO level.
Yeah, obviously everyone here, the egos aren't gonna be very high because we're all
Yeah,
coming from the same spot. We're all coming from a junior college. We're not all coming from this huge school. So our locker room chemistry has been huge because there's no one's big leaguing anybody else. No one's
yeah,
thinking they're better than everyone else because they're coming from a bigger school. And I mean, the Northwoods is kinda like junior college. It's just gritty. It's just gritty. And so
absolutely.
everyone on our team knows what gritty is, what gritty means, and that's kind of what we do. It's easy to just get through and fight and just I don't know. It's an easy kind of, yeah, seamless transition just because everyone knows what to expect. Everyone's gonna play hard. You're not gonna have guys that are gonna just kinda take days off, so
Yeah. Do you think that's allowed you guys to connect a little bit faster than maybe other teams that haven't played together just because of kind of that mentality, just because of kind of the background a lot of the guys have? Because a lot of these guys, like you might know, like maybe one or two of them just because of maybe past relationships, because of maybe guys that you have played with in the past. But like a lot of these guys haven't ever played together before.
yeah, no, it's actually helped quite a bit. Our head coach brought a bunch of his guys from his school, so they kinda knew each other, but
Okay.
coming here, yeah, being like a junior college guy, it's allowed you to connect, it gives you a lot of things in common, a lot of things to talk about. But it's more enjoyable just because everyone's in the same spot. Everyone's not
Yeah.
really no one else is really like above somebody else. Obviously, we have some D1 guys, but those guys, they know. I mean, hey, like we're all in the same spot. We're all in the same boat. We're
Yeah.
not gonna get drafted or anything out of here. Maybe we will, but most of the guys not. So we're here to win games. We're here to get better. We're not here to, get drafted and kind of play me ball. We're here to play team baseball.
Yeah, and that's the goal, right? Is obviously to perform well in the regular season, get to the playoffs, possibly win a championship there, but also get the experience that you do in the Northwoods, which is something that is extremely special, which I don't think happens a lot in other summer leagues. Like kind of the experience, like you specifically mentioned, like you grew up watching it, you were a kid really idolizing these players, wanting their autograph, wanting to take pictures with them. That's what you're doing now. And you're seeing that support on the opposite side. How fun has it been seeing that support that you guys have had, having 500 plus people at every single game?
That's honestly awesome. Our new owner, Scott, has been great. He bought the team last year, and he's just been marketing like crazy. We've been getting a lot
I
of
love it.
fans, like more fans than Battle Creek's ever had, and it helps that we're winning. It helps that we're playing good right now, so fans want to come back. I mean, the games are fun, the stadium's fun, the promos are fun that we got to do. We're like a Crayola jersey yesterday, for Teacher
I love
Appreciation,
it.
which is cool. And then we have like this cool like because we're near the Kellogg where Frosted Flakes is made, so we have this cool, like, Cereal City jersey we wear on Friday night
Okay.
home game, which is awesome. It was like some black camo jersey, which is sweet. So people can get behind the cool jerseys, they can get behind the good baseball, and then
Yeah.
when you look up stands and there's a bunch of people, it makes it so much more fun because like, this is probably the most people that I'll ever play in front of, most people that most of my teammates will ever play in front of, so it just kinda gives you that, like, yeah, like, we kinda made it feeling, and it
Yeah.
just allows you to wanna play for them to win. So then they wanna come back, and then they bring more people because, "Oh, the Battle Jacks are good this year." And then it just keeps
Absolutely.
going, building, 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 and then hopefully we're kinda just build like the start of something, we're just building something for the future of this program and
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah, and I think that's the coolest part, especially when you're playing well, like especially when you're battling for a playoff spot. You'll just continue to see more and more and more people show up, and then next thing you know, the whole stands are packed for a really meaningful game. Maybe against the Pittsburghs, maybe against just whoever it is. Like real feeling of like playoff baseball is I think again is what like you want to get to. And like obviously like you've kind of felt a little bit of that at Murray State, but I feel like this is going to be a different level.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be a different level just because the amount of people, the sheer amount of people that's gonna be there. Obviously, they're
Yeah.
not gonna be as tuned into the game as, they are at Murray State, but just the amount of people that are there, the amount of people that support, and you hear your name get called, you hear the cheering, or you hear your score, and you hear just a thunder of people stomping above you and clapping, and it's crazy. It's just
Yeah.
like motivating, and like the energy just runs through you after you hear that. After we score a run, we play our run song, and then hear people just cheering and yelling, and it's crazy cool. It's just I can't even put it into words.
Is that the best part of the Northwoods experience? Is just the fans, the atmosphere, or do you just enjoy the overall like great level of baseball that is being played? Because it is high level baseball. These are really good baseball players. I don't want to say you don't necessarily get invited if you're not a great baseball player, but like you're all college baseball players. Like you're all meant to be there.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a consensus top 3
Yeah.
league in the country. So obviously the baseball is great, but I think just overall this league is awesome. The high level of baseball, I mean, you cannot take a day off, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna see 91 from the left side. Next year, you're gonna see 93. Maybe you see 88 from the right side, but he's got 2+ pitches. Like you just don't take a day off, and that's the cool part. But then, like you said, the fans, playing in front of the fans, it's all about the fans too. So honestly, like everything, really, really everything to
Yeah.
me is just that's what makes it good. It's just every single part of the Northwoods.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the fans a little bit, but let's talk about also your first start. What was it like stepping on the field, kind of preparing for your first start in the Northwoods League, getting your name called, going behind the plate, getting that experience? What were you feeling at that moment, if you can even remember just that whole kind of experience? Like, were you feeling a little bit of butterflies? Were you a little bit nervous? Or was it more of just like, hey, I've been here before? It's just a little bit of a different place.
Yeah, no, I remember my first start was in Royal Oak, actually. We played the
Okay.
Leprechaun, and I actually got to catch my best friend of like 10 years. He,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so he came on this team. He's like, "Hey, I want to have a fun summer." I'm like, "Yeah, let's play summer baseball together." So we're on the team together. I got to catch him. Royal Oak's coach is actually DJ LeMahieu, so that was actually really cool too.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't say we played well. Like we won the game, 1-0. But I think my favorite start was probably my second start, which was my first start at home
Okay.
because that's when the fans showed up. There was quite a bit of fans in Royal Oak, but when we got to Battle Creek, it was just a different atmosphere, different feel to it.
Yeah.
We won that one too. I think it was against Kalamazoo, but it was just
Okay.
just such a cool experience, cool just moment, kind of just running on the field after your name gets introduced. I had some family in the stands. I could hear them cheering. I'm just looking around
I
like,
love
yeah,
it.
like, this is awesome. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I my first start was really cool, but I think that second start was really where I kind of took it all in. I was like, yeah, this is sweet.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love the fact that you're able to catch for a best friend that you've known for like the last like 10 plus years. When was the last time you were able to catch him, and just what did it mean to finally get to catch him, to be on the same team with him again?
Yeah, we played travel baseball from when we were 12 to when we were 17. So last time I got to catch him
Okay.
was when I was 17. But went to rival high schools, so we played each other all the time. I took him deep. Shout out Craig Cabot. Obviously, I always need to let people know that. Um,
Yeah.
but no, I got to catch when I was 17. But it's so cool. We always talk about like, hey, we wish we had one more season together. Like this is like one of those unstoppable duos. But truly when he's like, "Hey, like let's play together, let's play it this summer." I'm like, "I'm in."
I
Like
love it.
we're doing this. So it's really cool. He's shoving right now. I think he's gone like 5 innings in all of his starts and given up like 2 runs or something like that
Okay.
in both his starts combined. So he's
Yeah.
shoving right now, and then it's just fun to just be able to go back there, catch him, you know, kind of call pitches for him and just see him work. He's got one of the best breaking balls I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to just see him work. He's in the portal right now. Hopefully he's getting some good looks, but yeah, no, playing with him is just it just puts a cherry on top of the summer.
Absolutely. How seamless was that transition? Did it take you guys a little bit of time to kind of get that connection again, or was it more of like once you kind of like caught his first pitch, it kind of was again a little bit of a return to when you guys were 17 catching each other again?
So we actually work out in the winter too.
Okay.
So we work on the winter when we're all back in college. We go to a cool facility. We work on the winter, so that's cool. So and we'll play catch. I'll catch his bullpens, whatever. But in the game setting, it hasn't been since I was 17. So we kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, obviously he changed some of his pitches since the winter. So we obviously played catch for the first day, and then as soon as I got back there, then it was seamless. It was just we were on the same page, just go, 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 and it was awesome. We were
Yeah.
just kind of working through it. Obviously, he kind of had a bumpy first inning, and then we kind of talked some things through, and it was just seamless, just go, go, go from there.
Yeah, that first inning is always, in my opinion, one of the hardest, especially like at the start of a season. Like you're just trying to get used to it. You're trying to get used to the atmosphere. You're just trying to get used to the overall league. And it's a league that you use wood bats as well, which is a little bit different. How was that transition from metal bats to wood bats? And is it frustrating being a player that's someone that does have quite a bit of power that like that ball doesn't fly as far as you're used to?
Yeah, I know it is frustrating. Because like you get there, and I swing a Voodoo one, so it's a pretty light swing bat at school for a metal bat, and then I get here, and the wood bat's a little heavier, so it takes
Okay.
you like a good week or two to get used to. And obviously, these aren't the greatest wood bats in the world. They're kind of softer wood than you get like pro stock kind of wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is frustrating because you'll hit a ball, and you're like, oh, that's a barrel that's gonna get over their head, and the ball just hangs up, or oh, that's a
Yeah.
barrel that's gonna get out, and the ball is 3 hops the wall, 2 hops the wall. So you really gotta get a hold of one with a wood bat, but that's also, the good thing about this league is you really gotta get a hold of one. You're playing real baseball. You're not kinda gonna get cheaped out by, "Hey, I'm gonna get jammed, but thank gosh I have a metal bat that I'm gonna be able to hit it out there." So, I mean,
Yeah.
it really teaches you to, hey, you gotta be on the barrel. You have to, hit the ball well, have good approach, and once you're able to do that,
Absolutely.
then once you're able to kinda understand that, it's been good. Obviously, like, I've been able to be on the barrel quite a bit, and you feel it, there's instant feedback, right? There's not with a metal bat, if you get jammed, it can feel like you hit the ball in the barrel. With a mud bat, if you get jammed, it's gonna hurt or it's gonna break. So
Yeah.
it's kinda cool to have that instant feedback. But yeah, I've been able to kinda get used to it, get on the barrel a little bit. Hitting baseballs kinda right at people, but it's just been a kinda a cool feeling just to use those wood bats and kinda get that professional feel.
Absolutely. Is it a little bit of a different kind of feel though? Like kind of feeling everything in your hands a little bit compared to a metal bat, which you don't feel everything. I also think it does demonstrate like who has real power or not. Like I do think the metal bat kind of hides a little bit of things, but like if you're jammed inside and you still find a way to get over the infield or get it to outfield or in between the outfield and the infield, I think that itself just shows like how much power someone actually has, how strong someone is compared to a metal bat. I'm not saying people that hit home runs because of a metal bat aren't strong, but like I feel like it's one of those things like a wood bat really shows you like, hey, like I can hit for power.
I completely agree with you, actually. Like, wood bat kinda just, shows, like, "Hey, I got real pop," right? Obviously, in metal bat,
Yeah,
you can kinda squeak baseballs out, but with wood bat, like, you really gotta get one, and if you get one, like, "Hey, like, tip your cap, like, this dude's got some juice." So yeah, it's nice in that sense because it kinda, like, shows you, "Hey, like, I got juice," and then as a from the pitch calling side as a catcher, like, you can throw it a lot of strikes, and because the baseball doesn't go as far and wood bats are kinda, hard to hit with, like, you throw it down the
yeah,
middle, guys aren't gonna really hit it very well or very hard or very far unless, they really get a hold of it. So you're allowed to, call more pitches and everything. But feeling, like feeling it in the hands and everything is I use a thumb guard from Launchpad. I love
yeah,
it. So I think Launchpad's the best in the game that kinda helps with that. But no, it's kinda like metal bat, you can feel it a little bit depending on what kind of model you swing, but wood bat, if you get jammed, you get jammed. And I kinda like that feeling. It's like, "Hey, it hurts because you didn't hit it on the barrel, so hit it on the barrel next time and it won't hurt." Kinda thing
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Do you call pitches a little bit differently in the Northwoods because, like you specifically mentioned, like if you make a mistake pitch, maybe it might not be as punished as it would in college?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I didn't really get to call pitches in college, our pitching coach did, but I kinda helped him call pitches,
Okay.
but in the Northwoods, like, it's like, "Hey, you for the first 2 hitters, yeah, you can be fine, but if you're walking guys or getting them on base, then we're
Yep.
just gonna go start throwing strikes. We're gonna split the plate down the middle, we're gonna work the 2 halves, and, we're just gonna let them hit the ball because odds are they're not gonna hit it very well or very far."
Yeah.
So, we've spun so many double plays this year just because, like, we're just throwing pitches down the middle, and guys are just rolling them over, and so
Yeah.
it's been helpful. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I call them differently, but just kinda
Okay.
depending on the situation.
I also think it demonstrates how important base running is and how important playing small ball baseball is. I feel like there's some like MLB teams that are really good at it, and some teams that really focus on a ton of power, hitting a ton of doubles, triples, hitting a ton of home runs. You kind of have to play a little bit of small ball baseball in the Northwoods League in order to score a ton of runs.
I wouldn't say you gotta play small ball, but you gotta take a lot of walks. You gotta walk a lot.
Yeah.
Not chase, because obviously the pitching's good here, really good, and they're gonna get you out, obviously, but they're not gonna throw a lot of strikes, really, to be honest with you. So, I mean, we don't bunt a ton. Sometimes we do, but if
Okay.
there's kind of plays like it's summer ball, like why are you bunting? Like, just hit.
Yeah.
You're here to get better. You're here to hit. But we'll bunt from time to time, and
Yeah.
obviously, like, towards the later innings, you wanna win the game, so we'll bunt, but in the earlier innings, you're gonna kinda swing away. But yeah, no, just taking your walks and hit by pitches is kinda huge for on how to win these games. I think we lost last night 6-5, but we had 5 runs on 5 hits. So, obviously,
Yeah.
there's more there's more walks and hit by pitches and wild pitches and stolen bases and everything like that kinda go into scoring runs.
Yeah. Is that frustrating though? Being a catcher, being a behind the plate, seeing that like not throwing as many strikes, having a lot more walks, having a lot more hit by pitches, it might make for a little bit of a longer game. Or have you just kind of accepted at this point, like this is kind of the style, this is kind of the game that is being played?
Yeah, no, it's miserable, to be honest with you. It's actually miserable when they don't throw
Okay.
strikes, when pitchers don't throw strikes. I firmly believe that it's your job to throw strikes. It's all you work on every single day, that it's not that hard to throw strikes. That might be killed with some of the pitchers that I know, but I firmly believe that it's not that hard to throw strikes. So,
Yeah.
it's frustrating. Obviously, like, I'll get on my pitchers, I'll get on the guys, I'll be like, "Hey, like, throw strikes, throw it down the middle, let's go." They can't hit it. Like, they literally can't hit you, so throw it down the middle. They don't know what's coming. Like, you're designed to beat them. They're designed to fail. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's really frustrating, to be honest with you. Really, really frustrating.
Yeah, but hey, that's really the only frustrating part of it. Like every other aspect of it is something that you enjoy. Like I think that just shows you that hey, this is not only a really good league, but this is a league that hopefully I'm sure you'll probably want to play in again next summer.
Yeah, no, if I got the opportunity to do it again, I'd be chomping at the bit to do it. Obviously, like, I got to go to Boston last summer, I got to go here this summer. Maybe I go down south next summer, just kinda see the rest of the United States, but, I mean,
Yeah.
if I got asked to come back, I would say yes in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about it. This league's phenomenal.
Love it. You did also mention obviously the different type of jerseys that you guys have, the special kind of alternate type of jerseys. What's your favorite jersey that you've worn or seen so far at Battle Creek?
Well, we've only got to wear, like, 3 or 4 different ones. We have pinstripes, blue, black, and then we have the Crayola ones. So it's a little too early to kinda tell, but
Okay.
our my favorite right now is for sure our pinstripes. Our pinstripes are just like baby blue pins, they look sweet. But I'd say
Yeah.
my favorite summer ball jersey I've ever gotten to wear ever was we had these Star Wars jerseys,
Oh
out in
yeah.
Boston. And they are some of the coolest jerseys I've ever worn. I got to do a cool little photo shoot with one of my teammates, like, kinda promoting them. So they are some of the coolest jerseys I've ever worn. We have a Margaritaville night this year, and I
Okay.
think we're doing special jerseys for those, and that I think is gonna be really awesome.
Do you guys get to keep the jerseys like after the summer? Do you know, or do you kind of have to give them back?
I think we can buy them at a discounted rate because I know
Okay.
they auction them off,
Okay.
at the end of summer. So I'm not I think that's, like, we get to buy them for, like, 25 bucks or something, so, like, all the
Oh, that's not
specialty
bad.
jerseys, they auction off for, like, charities or something like that, and
Love
then
it.
I think we can buy our game jerseys pretty cheap. So,
Okay.
I don't know, I'm definitely gonna, buy our pinstripe one or maybe our Cereal City one just because I
Yeah.
think those are I think we have some of the me and my teammates were talking about, we think we have some of the best jerseys in the Northwoods. We, firmly believe it,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's cool, you going out there, like, looking good. Some of the teams we play, I'm like, "How do you come up with that design and, like, it passes approval?" Like
Yeah.
last time with the Wisconsin Rapids, and they had a red top and black pants, like, it just looked dumb. So we come up here and our jerseys are sweet. So, yeah, no, I'm excited to kinda keep some of them and hang them up in my room or maybe get them framed.
Absolutely. Like there's the saying, right? You look good, you play good. Like I think that's true, and it truly seems like it's something that you guys really enjoy at Battle Creek.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Me and some of my friends also have, like, you smell good, you play good, so we always throw cologne on before we play. Just kinda like, like, getting that kind of good feel, like hey, you're ready, you're feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, look good, play good, like, we're not shy on the accessories, wrist safe, eye black, all that stuff, arm sleeve.
Oh yeah.
So, But yeah, no, it's look good, play good. It just gives you confidence. Like the better you look,
Absolutely.
if you don't look like a dweeb, like you kind of exude confidence
Yeah.
compared to like, your pants fit right, which our pants here are fit amazing. So your pants fit right, you look good, you look great, and then you play well because you don't have to worry about looking like an idiot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like you don't want to focus on that type of stuff. You want to focus on the game. You want to play well. You want to catch well. You want to frame well. You want to call pitches well. You want to just overall hit well. Like you don't want to have to focus on that kind of stuff, but you also want to enjoy it, right? Like it's supposed to be fun, even though at the end of the day, you want to win more than you lose. You want to win a championship. You want to get to playoffs. It's about having fun in this league.
Yeah, no, like that's the main goal is, have fun. Like this league's made for you to play a lot and play well. So yeah, no, it's just an enjoyable league overall. And it's kind of nice to not have to worry about all the kind of the extracurricular stuff. Obviously, we do have like
Yeah,
like in between innings stuff where we kind of do it, you do it if you don't play or something like that. But just being able to focus on baseball and then you're being taken care of too because they're giving you your pants, bats, batting gloves, anything you need, catcher's gear, anything you need, they're giving it to
yeah.
you. So not having to focus and worry about that, it's awesome. It's just freeing just to be able to play baseball.
Absolutely. What do you think about the in between innings stuff? Is that fun to you? Is it a little bit kind of out of your personality a little bit, or is it more of like the longer you've kind of do it, like the more you've kind of like bought in, and like the more fun it's gotten?
Obviously, like, kinda me and my mom talk about it, it's like, it's all what you make of it, right? So, like,
Yeah,
if you think it's dumb and you think it's stupid, then it's gonna be stupid, but if you get into it, it's gonna be fun. I think it's fun,
yeah,
depending on, like, the kinda day I'm having at the plate, maybe it's not as fun,
yeah.
if I'm 0 for 3, but, if I'm, having a good day, and it's really fun. We do this one, I think, in the 3rd inning where a little kid hits a ball off the tee, and he's gotta hit a home run against a battle jack, and we just throw the ball around and everything. So that's fun,
Oh yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's all what you make of it, so I try and get
yeah.
involved with everything, and, like, I get involved with our social media team, I'll make TikToks, I'll do whatever I gotta do, and just kinda mess around, have fun. Because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like, let's talk about, like, the name of the game is to have fun in this league.
Yeah, and also to give back to the community as well. Give back to the kids, get to experience that. Like that's a part of it as well. And I know that's one thing that you guys have done. You mentioned social media. I think I saw a post that you were involved. You went to I think a local restaurant if I remember that correctly. So it's about giving back to community. Like you said, donating things as well, selling your jersey. Like it's more than just playing baseball. It's about giving back to Battle Creek as well.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool. We've been able to, kinda give back. Been able to give back and, kinda do some community things. We went to a local sandwich shop, a couple of Strawberry Joe's and
Yeah.
kinda walked around with everything there. And then we went to, Kellogg, the big factory, and we went
Oh,
to,
that's awesome.
kinda pack buddy bags, put snacks in there for the less fortunate. So we've been able to help out with our community and kinda do all that stuff, and it's just been really cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love that you guys do that. I love the Northwoods kind of really like make a point to do those things because like yes, it is fun, but you're also role models for those kids. You're also role models for just everyone involved that go to the games.
Yeah, like I said, I know how I felt looking up to those kids, so I know how those kids feel looking up to me, and it's, my job to be a good role model, have a smile on my face, whether that's on the field or helping out in the community. So I kinda know my
Yeah.
role, know my job, and I just enjoy it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it sounds like you're loving it so far. Sounds like you're having a blast. I know you have a game later tonight. So good luck tonight. Hope that goes well. Hopefully you're starting as well. I know it kind of goes back and forth. I know yesterday was your off night, which is probably something that you appreciated. Having a game that ended at 1 a.m. So I know that you travel to Kalamazoo later today. So good luck tonight. Hope that game goes well and hopefully you're starting out there.
Awesome, yeah, no, I'm excited. It should be a good one, it should be packed.
Absolutely. So I do want to kind of wrap up with two last questions. When all is said and done, how do you hope that the Northwoods League this summer will help you when you go back to college baseball?
I just hope that, I'm more developed, more mature. I kinda know, like, what I'm doing with my swing and everything. I hope I'm a better leader and just, like, got more baseball under my belt, like, obviously, I can bring the experience and memories with me, but I just hope I'm a better baseball player, more developed, more mature, something that guys can look up to, ask questions, and, kinda not be searching, just like I already found the answers to my swing or to catching or whatever.
Yeah,
So, I think it's kinda just be ready to go, when I get
yeah,
back to school. That's kinda like my goal, just be ready to go and be the guy there.
yeah. Kind of be like a leader, kind of guy that like is ready to just get started and hopefully have a great season next year as well.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the plan. Or maybe a good summer this year, go to a 4 year, or maybe have a good season next year, and then go to a 4 year. I'm not really anxious to go. But yeah, no, just hope we have a really good year next year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And obviously, I hope that you do have a great summer. I hope that you end up finding a way to a 4 year college. I know that's obviously like the goal, right? Is to get back to a 4 year college. If it's D3, D2, D1, I know you obviously want to get back to the D1 level. So I really hope you're able to achieve that. And hopefully, we'll be seeing you play somewhere in the near future. And maybe, possibly, try to achieve a goal of playing professional baseball after that.
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome. Obviously, yeah, the goal is to get to a 4 year. Obviously, have another junior college year, so I'm not really anxious about
Yeah.
how the summer goes. If the summer goes great and a schools wants me, yeah, no, for sure, and it's a good fit, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, obviously the goal is to get to that 4 year after next year, and then hopefully have some really good years there and play some professional baseball.
Absolutely. So I do want to wrap up with this. Why should fans come watch you guys at Battle Creek? Why should fans come watch you guys on the road? Why should they watch the Battle Creek, Battle Jackson? What should they expect from you guys when they come out to a game?
It's just fun baseball. It's something to do on a Friday night where you go have fun, cheap beer, cheap hot dogs. Bring the kids. There's a lot of things for the kids to do, and it's good
Yeah.
baseball. You're gonna expect kids to play hard. You're gonna expect kids to be really good. You're not gonna get an off night. You're gonna expect like entertainment. You're gonna expect a really nice venue, really nice support staff, and everything. Players are really nice. So if your kids want autographs, you're just gonna expect professionality and you're gonna
Yeah.
expect fun. I think that's the two biggest words: professionality and fun. That's what I think that we kind of emulate here in Battle Creek, and I think that's what our owners tried to help us emulate. And I
Yeah.
think I think it's been working so far.
Absolutely. And also, the tickets aren't expensive either. And you're going to go see great baseball anyways. So why not go out? Why not go support Battle Creek? Why not go support Brady? He's a great guy, great player, really great catcher. So hopefully I'll be able to make it out sometime this summer. Would love to make it out to Battle Creek and watch you guys play. But yeah, no, thank you again so much for joining. Hopefully this was worth it again. Hopefully you had just as much fun as you did last time. But really appreciate you taking a few minutes to join. Good luck, like I said, tonight, and good luck for the rest of the summer as well.
Awesome. Thank you for having me on. This is a blast. I enjoyed talking about it. So thank you.
Absolutely. And that is a wrap to episode number 584. Thank you again to Brady for joining, and tune in to the next episode.